This is why I'm so fucking passionate about doing what I do. Look, you're going to want to stay to the end of this live because this is probably some of the most important, priceless information that you're ever going to receive. So look, today is the 13th year anniversary of me being attacked back when I was 18 years old. Back in 2011, I was attacked on the way home from a nightclub. Some of you have heard this before, so I'm not going to go all the way into it. But basically, I was at a nightclub, I left with some friends, I entered a taxi, and some group of guys followed us in a separate taxi down a dark, unlit road, and they pulled our taxi over, and when they stopped, they turned the lights off of their car, and they come up to our car, and literally they opened the door, and they started to pound my head in. You may be able to see it here, I've got a scar here, it runs all the way down my head here. You can probably see it here. So yeah, I had to have an operation. So I went home that night, and my parents obviously didn't know what happened. I had no signs of trauma at all. The next morning, my parents failed to wake me up, and because of that, obviously the paramedics were called. I had to go in for an emergency brain operation where I suffered from a fractured skull and a blood clot due to a bleed on the brain. I had to be put into an induced coma, and 3 days in that coma, doctors said to my parents that because Ryan has got zero brain activity and because of the severity of his injuries, it's highly unlikely that he's ever going to wake up from this, and they would really suggest that my parents pulled the plug on my life support machine. So look, why am I telling you this, guys? Because that experience, for me, literally was one of the worst things that could ever happen. Like, the next step being worse than that is death. Like, I sort of faced death and overcome it. I come back, and look, I did have an out-of-body experience, all of that stuff, which I'm happy to tell anyone around about. And look, that experience opened my eyes up to my life and made me reassess and reevaluate my life. And, you know, sometimes our most profound periods of pain can also turn out to be our greatest gifts of growth. And for me, that painful event made me, like I said, reevaluate my life and think, am I actually enjoying the life that I'm living? Because so many of us, me included, for way over a decade, we get so focused on, say, our careers, our jobs, our current friendship circle, that we don't realise if it's actually supporting or restricting our growth. And it's only until something, say, huge happens in our life, we go, fuck, we really need to look at our life and reassess what is actually going on in our life. And, you know, for me, that painful event made me open my eyes up. But let me tell you, my friends, you don't have to wait for a tragedy to then change your trajectory. Like, so many people are waiting for that huge traumatic event to happen in their life for them to go, actually, I do want to go down this different pathway. Like, so many people are waiting for either, say, a loved one to get an illness, for them to be given some, say, I don't know, a problem by a doctor, you know, like waiting for a doctor to say, oh, you need to change your life. Like, no, don't ever let your diagnosis be your prognosis. Some people are waiting for the doctors to diagnose them with something, for them to say, change their diet, to change their routines, to change their habits. Like, you don't have to wait for your life to come crashing down to then make the decision to say, I'm going to change. Like, you can change today. You don't have to be the same person you are right now, tomorrow, the next day, next month, next year. You can literally decide to be someone completely different. Whether you're, say, a procrastinator, whether you're a smoker, whether you eat unhealthy food. I don't know what it is, but you specifically, if you're listening to this and you know deep down that you're not doing something that isn't in alignment with the person who you dream and desire to become in the future, then you're lying to yourself, my friend. And I honestly believe that the true meaning of suffering is when your actions contradict your dreams and desires. Just think about that one. I believe the true meaning of suffering is when your actions contradict your dreams and desires. So when you're doing something that is out of alignment with the person that you want to eventually evolve into, then it's going to show up as pain, as discomfort, whether again it's in a job, a relationship, a friendship circle. If you're doing something that you know deep down that you shouldn't be doing and you don't really want to be doing it, then you're going to feel it as pain in some sort of way. And for me, that pain was in a relationship, was in a job, because I only ever had one job my whole life, one career, and I knew every day, every week, every month, every year that went by, I was lying to myself. I kept pulling that smoke screen across my face, saying that it's going to be okay, next year it'll get better, it'll be fine. You know, it got worse. It got worse because the more time that went by, the more those future dreams and goals were getting away from me, you know. So it's going to be difficult to say make a decision today. Of course, it's going to be challenging, but it's not impossible, my friends. You can decide today to make that one decision to say, no, I don't want this life that I'm currently living, and that I can start pursuing and I can start looking at different options. You know, like, it doesn't mean that you need to go tomorrow, quit everything, sell your house, sell your car, leave all your friendship circle. No, of course not. However, you can start today by making a transition plan for the future. Like, if you know deep down you have greatness inside of you and you're made for so much more, then today is the day that you make that decision to start making moves in your desired direction towards your desired destination. You can make the choice today because it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So, look, the reason I'm telling you about me is because, look, I was 18 years old. I was just doing a job just because of the sake of it. And I had a goal, which I thought was my goal, was to buy a house, to have a nice car, to have a beautiful girlfriend, to go on holidays each month, to have that TV on the wall, you know, this prepaid lifestyle that society had made for us. I thought that was my dream, you know, but I was actually trying and going after somebody else's dream. It wasn't my dream at all. So just ask yourself now, my friends, what you're doing on a daily basis, is it moving you closer to or further away from where you really want to be? And ask yourself, is the dream that you're pursuing and going after, is it truly your dream? Or is it the dream of everyone around you, whether it's friends, family, society, social media? Because we're living in this materialistic world where social media has got us chasing Rolexes, Lamborghinis, I don't know, you name it, bikinis on beaches. Like, this is what social media has got us chasing. If you want that, go after it, my friend. Go all in and go and get it. You can have it. However, if you don't want that stuff, don't start pursuing it because you've seen a post on social media and you think other people are happy doing that thing. Because I realised when I was going after all this thing, when I was trying to buy my house, when I got the nice car, we finally got the house, I had all of that stuff, you know, and it comes to a point in your life where the things you own end up owning you. And I was trapped. I was trapped going to a job that brought me no sense of joy, purpose, meaning or fulfillment just because I was building somebody else's dream. I was going down a pathway to build somebody else's dream and it was nothing to do with my dreams. I hadn't even found my dreams yet. Back in that moment, I didn't really have a clue what I wanted to do. However, by not, stepping away from that life that I was living, that reality that I was living, by not stepping out of that, I would have stayed trapped, blinded to what I truly wanted, and I would have just gone down a pathway for someone else. Listen to this one, my friends. You cannot read the label from inside the jar. You cannot read the label from inside the jar. So you're living a life in this reality, boxed in by society, social media, which I mentioned, and you don't truly know what's on the label of your jar. Because you're building this lifestyle blocked in by everyone else around you. However, you can't get out of that current reality and realise that maybe it's not the life that you want to live. It's not the life that you want to truly create for yourself. And the only way that you can do that is stepping away from what you're doing on a daily basis, whether it's your job, relationship, friendship circle, and just start to ask yourself questions. Like I mentioned, is this getting me closer to or further away from my dream? What do I truly want? What if I had 1 year left to live? What if I had 10 years left to live? Would I be doing the same things that I'm doing on a daily basis or no? Because the questions that you ask yourself, you're going to figure out what it is that you want to be doing, and you're going to see if your current reality and lifestyle is in alignment or not to where you truly want to go. And then all that means is you can just start asking yourself questions and maybe adjusting and taking different actions. Look, it's okay to not know, say, your dreams, your purpose right now, but it's not okay to not be in constant pursuit of it. If you're a bit confused in your head, you're a bit unsure if you want to be doing this, whatever this is, for the rest of your life, then really take a step away and start to ask yourself, what do I truly want? And what is it that I want to achieve before I say leave this planet? Because it's coming to all of us, my friends. Death is definite. Like, no one's escaping this life alive. Like, no one's getting out of it alive, trust me. So, if you're living a life and you're a bit unsure and you sort of feel there is something else more inside, you're maybe asking yourself the question, there's more to life than this. Then that means there is more to life than this. And that means what you're doing on a daily basis isn't exactly what you should and want to be doing. So then you can take the required and desired action steps to go after what it is that you truly want. And look, I mentioned a moment ago, you might not know what it is that you want right now. That's okay. If you do know what it is, and you're just not doing it because of fear, that's bad. And you need to overcome that. You need support, you need help. And if you do need help, reach out to me and I'll guide you in any way that I can. However, if you don't know what you want to be doing and should be doing with your life, this is a great opportunity. This is a blank canvas. Because look, if you look at a blank canvas in life, some people would look at it and just say, it's nothing. However, a blank canvas is an amazing opportunity, a space for you to discover, design and create the life of your dreams. So if you're confused now, you're not sure, this is a great place to be to start creating the life that you truly want. And look, my friends, as I'm going to end on this one now, please, 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 don't go through life just living it day by day, on repeat, in that Groundhog Day, just doing the same old shit over and over again because you're confused. If you're confused, you're scared, whatever it is, reach out and get the necessary help that you need. Because if you don't, you're going to go through the rest of your life, however long that is, 10 years, 50 years, I don't know. But you're going to go through the rest of your life, whatever it is that you have left, and you're going to be unhappy, unfulfilled, and you're just going to be living it for other people. And that's not what anybody should be doing with their life. Like, I see a world where people stop chasing money, start pursuing purpose, and focus on fulfillment. Because when you are pursuing a mission, something much greater and larger than you alone, that's contributing to something else, to leave, say, a positive imprint on this world, you cannot wait to get out of bed in the morning and fucking run after these dreams. Trust me, because I've been there. I've been in that place where I've been laying in bed, couldn't be asked to get up and out of bed because I'm going to a job that brings me no sense of happiness or joy, purpose. But when I discovered my true purpose, when I knew what it was that I was put here to do on this earth, it doesn't even feel like work. And you've heard it all before. Like, it doesn't feel like work. I would do this for free for the rest of my life if I could. If money wasn't a barrier, if I didn't have bills to pay for, food, accommodation, I would do this for free for the rest of my life because I fucking love it so much. And when you find your why, you will say, oh my God, I'm so glad that I went on this inward journey and I discovered what it was that I truly want. Because if you don't go within, my friends, 100% you will end up going without. So, listen to this one. We all have greatness inside of us. And it's down to me, it's down to you and you alone to bring this greatness out and share it with the world. And it might take a year, it might take 5 years, 10 years, who knows? But don't put a timer on it. Just keep going it. Take one step forward and realise that slow progress is better than no progress. But trust me, this is the greatest, most rewarding, most daunting journey that you'll go on. That's the journey of self. When you go inwards and you discover who it is that you truly are and what it is that you truly want, you're going to live the most happiest, joyous, incredible life that you could ever imagine and more. But whatever you do, my friends, please do not take your greatness to the grave. Because not many things in life are 100% guaranteed. But two things are, we are all born and we will all die. But it's what we do with the opportunity between these two events that really matter most. So my friends, I'm going to leave you on this. The graveyard is one of the wealthiest places on this earth. Just imagine all the undiscovered and unused talents, skills and abilities that cease to exist. All of those would have, could haves and should haves that the world never had exposure to. And I personally don't want to perish filled with potential. So you need to ask yourself that. Do you want to get to the end of your life with the regret of not even trying? Because look, growth is painful, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck in the same position this time next year as you are right now. Because in life is progress that equals happiness, my friends. Like, of course it's scary to go after whatever you want in life, to start finding out what you are put here on this earth to do. It's scary, but it's so rewarding, my friends. Like, don't fear failure, whatever you do, don't fear failure, fear regret. Make the pain of regret worse than any other pain that you could ever imagine. Because the pain of fear and failure is temporary, but the pain of regret will last a lifetime. So as I end on that one, I'm currently writing my second book. And this book is titled Dying with Regrets. You know, this book is going to help you guys out so much so that you can realise your true potential, to realise that you're put here for greatness as well, and to then be able to take the necessary and required action steps to start creating the life of your dreams. So this book is literally made for anyone and everyone. Like, we're all born, we're all going to die. So this book is for any of you, any age, any background, any upbringing, any country. It doesn't matter where you are, gay, straight, black, white, rich, poor. It doesn't matter any of those things, because this book, I've created it for every single person on this planet. So if you want to make the most out of your one and only opportunity here on earth, then this is for you, my friends. Make sure you get on the wait list. This book is going to be written, finished towards the end of this year, and then we're going to make some adjustments, and it's going to be ready for purchase early next year. But make sure you get on that wait list, my friends. You do not want to miss this one, trust me. So look, head to dyingwithregrets.ryannurse.com. That is dyingwithregrets.ryannurse.com. I'm going to put the link in the bio here somewhere so you can read it, you can see it, you can get yourself on that wait list. But whatever you do, my friends, do not miss this one. You're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing your friends, your family, your loved one, everybody else that you could inspire and empower a disservice if you do not get yourself a copy of this book. Trust me, I've seen what death looks like. It's horrible to get to the end of your life with regrets, with your greatness trapped inside of you. Like, we're all gifted this present, this gift of life, but not many people unwrap and unbox their own unique present, their gift, and they take their greatness with them to the grave. Don't let that be you, my friends. Do not let that be you. I'm going to go now, my friends. It was amazing to do this live today. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Send me a DM on Instagram. It's the best place you can get me. And yes, get the link in the bio, dyingwithregrets.com. Get yourself on that wait list. And yes, speak soon, my friends. Live your best life. Don't regret anything. You're amazing. You can do anything you want, and anything is possible. You just need to lean into that fear, that discomfort, and you can achieve so much greatness in your life. Trust me, I believe in you, and have a great evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Speak soon. Bye-bye.